Good morning, everybody, on this Saturday. Hope your day is off to a great start on what is shaping up to be another hot July day out there. We are looking over Midtown Atlanta. It's a beautiful start to the day. We will check in with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi here in just a moment. I'm Megan Packer. Thanks for giving us some time today. If you joined us for Atlanta News First Saturday morning, you had a little preview of what we're working on for today, including 2 different police investigations in Gwinnett County. So we are just updating some of the top stories that we are working on for you this weekend here at Atlanta News First. So the first one that Gwinnett police are working, they just told us about this morning, and they gave us this video. Check this out. They're looking for 2 people who they say stole more than $2,000 worth of items from a Bass Pro Shop in Lawrenceville. Again, Gwinnett police just gave us this video from this. It's from July 2nd. You can see here that the man, let's play that again for you. The folks here in that video, they were pushing a cart of items as they were making their way to the store here. You see an employee run up, the man in the green shirt here pushes that worker and ends up walking out of the store with that cart full of items. So they're looking for that man and then the man in the white tank top who walked out behind him. They were seen getting in a silver Toyota Corolla. Anyone with information about this, if you recognize those 2 men, you are asked to call Gwinnett County Police. So again, this was at the Bass Pro Shop in Lawrenceville just a few days ago on July 2nd. Excuse me. Another investigation in Gwinnett County. This happened last night in Decula. Police are trying to figure out who shot an off-duty investigator who works with the Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office. The officer was shot while driving. He pulled into a Shell gas station on Auburn Road in Decula around 6 o'clock last night. He radioed in that he had been shot. Officers say somebody started shooting at the officer's unmarked car that he was in. He was shot in the leg. He is expected to be okay. Now the question is, was this a targeted shooting? Did somebody know that this was an investigator with the DA's office? Was it perhaps a case of road rage? A lot of questions about this still that they are looking into. Police do believe the shooter was driving a silver SUV that had damage to the rear passenger side. So if you've got information about this one as well in Gwinnett County, you are asked to reach out to investigators there. If you have been, waiting for the perfect time to add a dog or cat to your family, this could be the time to do it all month long. The Bissell Pet Foundation has their Empty the Shelters initiative event happening all across the country, including at several shelters in the Metro Atlanta area. So what that means is they provide grants to shelters so you can adopt dogs or cats for $50 or less. You're looking at some photos here of people who have been able to take an animal home thanks to this program. The organizers say that adoptions are slowing down, owner surrenders are going up. So this is just a way for them to get the animals into loving homes, make more space at the facilities for more dogs and cats. And they say that this is a way for you to, put the money that maybe you would have already put toward an adoption. You can save that for your pet food or toys, or maybe put it away for vet bills, because we know that the expenses can add up when you have a dog or cat at home. But if you're interested in learning more about this, some of the North Georgia locations that are participating are Athens Clark County Animal Services, Fur Kids, Hall County Animal Shelter, Humane Society of Blue Ridge, Humane Society of Hall County, and Paws Atlanta. Just call ahead to the shelters, though, if you do plan to go out there. Not all of them are participating in the program for the full month of July, so just check before you head out there. But there are always adoption deals at all the different animal shelters. You can find a good one to bring a cute forever friend home. All right, we do also want to let you know about this. There is a recall alert for this bike. You might have it in your garage or your house right now for your child. This is the Womb bike. 84,000 Womb children's bicycles are under recall because the handlebars could come off. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has received 77 reports of this happening, including 19 that caused bruises, cuts, and abrasions. This recall is for the original Womb bike sold between 2018 and 2021. The company says you should stop using it if you have it at home right now and reach out to them to get a free repair kit. So the weekend is here, and I know you're always looking for outdoor activities. This is something that could be fun and also very tasty. There is a food festival happening. It is the Cobb Tasting Festival. I want to make sure I get that right. It's happening right now at the county fairgrounds in Marietta. And you can taste food from all different countries, different regions in one place. How awesome is that? This is a one-stop shop situation. We've got American, Asian, Seoul, Italian, vegan, Puerto Rican food, Cuban, German, and Jamaican. It's all there at the county fairgrounds. The food samples will cost you $1 up to $8, a range of food and prices, and they're out there right now until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So enjoy it, eat up, fill those plates up if you go up. I'm Megan Packer. I will bring in Courtney Jacobazzi right now, our first alert meteorologist here, helping you plan for the day if you're heading out to the tasting festival or making any other outdoor plans. Another hot one, Courtney.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. That tasting festival sounds like a great time.
It does, and that's what I love about Atlanta anyway, is our amazing food. So
Yeah.
the fact that we can find it all together in one stop, we
Right.
like that.
Absolutely. I was saying it's kind of like Epcot in Disney World, where you just get to taste the cuisines of around the world. Super fun. But yes, it is going to be hot. So if you are headed out to that, make sure you're also drinking plenty of water as you're enjoying all that wonderful food. Lots of sunshine here. It looks like a cloud is going right over the sun right now, giving a little bit of a shadow over Midtown right now. We do have another very summer-like day today. Surprise, surprise. We're in that pattern, that time of year where meteorologists just look so hard for that change. And we do have a couple on the way as we head through the next couple of days. So I'm First Alert Meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning. Let's get you through your forecast so you can plan your weekend as it begins. We will be near 90 by noon, and it's going to feel more like the 90s. Don't you worry. That humidity is definitely high today. As we head into the 2-3 o'clock hour, that's when we'll start to watch for maybe a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms, so very much like the past couple of days. Once we start to heat up, all that moisture starts to lift and thunderstorms start to bubble on up. So that's what we'll expect through the afternoon and evening. Now, some of the difference today is even as we head into the overnight hours, we could have some lingering showers and storms around, and then we're going to be watching through the overnight maybe the potential for a cluster of storms to roll in from the west that could maybe be strong, maybe severe. We won't necessarily have quite enough fuel for storms to be severe through the overnight hours, but definitely could have a stronger storm, and we're still going to keep an eye as we head through the evening on how everything sets up. We do have a severe threat tomorrow, though, nonetheless. All of the area under either a level 1 or 2. So this just means that scattered severe storms are possible tomorrow. Damaging winds, straight line winds that could bring down trees. We've seen that happen in our past few thunderstorm events the past couple of weeks. Heavy rain, small hail, and frequent lightning will all be possible. So no tornado threat, but nonetheless, damaging wind can be just as dangerous as, again, it could take down trees, power lines. So if storms start rolling through your area, just head inside until they can diminish and move away, and then you can go back and enjoy your day. Although I will say, with the timing of the latest models, you might actually be able to enjoy a majority of your Sunday. The clusters of storms could roll in during the early morning hours and then the later evening. So that just might work out for most of your Sunday plans. Let's take you through it. This model has been doing pretty well with what's going on out there right now, out to our west. So potentially this means that it's picking up on what's going to happen later. We've seen this completely fail before. But nonetheless, this is one of our higher resolution models. So here's 1230, again, maybe one of those little clusters of storms. We call them mesoscale convective systems. They're essentially small scale complexes of showers and thunderstorms that, again, are kind of like a mini weather system within themselves, kind of like a mini front, and they will bring those damaging straight line winds and heavy rain, of course, also some frequent lightning. So we'll be watching for one during the overnight hours between around 2 and 3 a.m. So if this materializes, especially if you're north of the city, north and west of the city, we'll be watching for, again, maybe an isolated strong to severe storm. Tomorrow will be more cloudy than sunny. We will see peaks of sunshine, but with the cloud cover, temperatures will generally stay in the mid to upper 80s tomorrow, so a little cooler. And then as we head into the later evening hours, we're talking between around 7 and 9 o'clock, we could have another cluster of storms move in. And at this point, our fuel will be a lot higher. So definitely going to watch for severe weather in the second half of the day. The morning's kind of questionable, still possible, but the evening will definitely be more of the focal point as those kind of waves of showers and storms move through. So if you have any Sunday evening plans, we were just talking to a NASCAR driver this morning. The Quaker State 400 is down at the Motor Speedway in Hampton tomorrow night. We're going to be watching this very carefully. Nothing like some rain on the track. We know that'll stop things pretty quickly. So we'll be watching that for you, and really for anything you're doing on your Sunday evening. And so showers and storms could persist even past sunset tomorrow, some of which could be severe. So a lot of the storm activity tomorrow is going to be out ahead of a cold front. We'll have those little kind of, again, we call them MCSs, set up out ahead of it. And then this front will continue to bring showers and storms Monday morning. Looks like we start to dry out as that front actually stalls over central Georgia. So right now, models are all hinting that this front will stall just to our south, so kind of over the Macon area. And what that means for a lot of us, especially if you're north of Atlanta, is that drier air is going to usher in. We're talking dew points in the upper 50s to low 60s. That's not necessarily fall-like, but that is very comfortable for this time of year. So definitely something to look forward to. If you had any plans to maybe barbecue or grill out Monday or Tuesday, it'll be just a great day because that dry air should start to usher in by Monday night, but it'll really be there Tuesday. So I encourage you to get out and enjoy Tuesday because it'll be completely dry. Here's a look at our muggy meter. So watch this. We're going to go from oppressively hot and humid to comfortable Monday night through about Wednesday morning. So enjoy it. Really can't stress enough to get out and enjoy the lower humidity. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to be hot, but at least that humidity will be lower. And we know, especially in the nighttime, that makes all the difference. And in the mornings, when you step out in the morning and it's muggy, it's almost like you sweat as soon as you walk outside, even when the temperatures are only in the 70s. But we will go right back into a really humid and summer-like setup by Thursday and Friday. So it's going to be a very brief dip in the humidity. But again, it's still going to be hot. We'll have temperatures in the low 90s. Here's a look at Atlanta's most accurate 7-day forecast. Low 90s today with those spotty afternoon and evening thunderstorms. We'll be watching for the potential for maybe some clusters of storms through the overnight, and then again, another round in the afternoon and evening. These little clusters of storms are extremely hard to forecast. Models really struggle with them. So it's just something we'll be watching through the day. I'd like to say that the forecast is still a little fluid just because once models start to get a better handle on where these storms are setting up, and when we can physically see them building out to our west and kind of have an idea on when we think they're going to move in, it's a lot easier to forecast. But right now, when there's nothing even out there to kind of future cast ourselves, just makes it really difficult. So keep in mind, tomorrow's a first alert. It'll be a great day to have the first alert weather app. It will let you know when storms are incoming. So that'll be a great kind of early heads up for you. But our team here between Cutter and I will kind of help navigate you through if models change, when we're thinking these storms are going to come through. But again, potentially overnight and then potentially a second round for the afternoon and evening tomorrow, which could bring severe weather. That's why it's a first alert. Monday, some morning storms possible. Don't think we should have anything severe, but could hear some rumbles of thunder early Monday, and then we'll dry out Tuesday. Lower humidity, warm, mostly sunny, gorgeous day on Tuesday. Mainly dry Wednesday, and then we'll go right back into that summer pattern Thursday and Friday with afternoon storms. Higher humidity and low 90s, so you guessed it. It'll probably feel more like the upper 90s by the end of the week. So make sure you keep that water handy and definitely enjoy the day on Tuesday and the evening on Monday. All right, everyone, thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning. Make it a great and safe Saturday, no matter what you have planned, and we'll catch you here next time.